Hello, everyone. I'm Blayne Gilmer. Welcome in here to Southeastern 14, your daily spot for SEC sports coverage, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. We have you covered game by game predictions as we get to each and every game each week. As we record this, Vanderbilt's a couple of days from kicking off week 0 against Hawaii. So the season is upon us. Like I said, we have in-depth previews of each game. We have betting analysis from Brian Edwards, who's been a Vegas insider for decades. We have Jake Crane, who comes on weekly with us. And then, of course, we react to things that happen around the SEC, have recruiting analysis, all this kind of stuff. So this is your place if you love SEC football. And today, this is your place for the game-by-game predictions for the Auburn Tigers in the 2023 season. Without further ado, let's get to it. The Minutemen are going to come in to the Plains week 1 and just get obliterated. It's going to be a good time for Peyton Thorne and all these Auburn Tigers playmakers are going to have a big game in week 1, and they're going to win against UMass. I think they're going to go out to Cal, a business trip out west, and I think Hugh Freeze and company just will be more athletic, more creative, and will take care of business against Cal out in Berkeley. They come home and Samford comes in, Chris Hatcher and company. Listen, they spread the ball around. They're creative with how they play offense over there, but they will be overwhelmed by Auburn's talent. Auburn's going to start off the year 3-0 after they beat Samford at home. I do think going to College Station is a bad break for Hugh Freeze and company. If this game was at Auburn, I would like Auburn to win the game, but I think going out there to College Station, the 12th man, first real big road environment. I know they're going to Cal, but this is a whole different ball game over here going to College Station. And I think Texas A&M is going to be really good this year. This is finally the year that Jimbo Fisher and company put it together. So I think Auburn loses that game on the road to Texas A&M. Then they lose to Georgia as well. Georgia's too talented. I think even though this game's at home, I think Auburn will have it close, maybe even be within a score in the fourth quarter at some point. But I'm just telling you, Georgia is loaded on both the offensive and defensive lines, have more weapons than they've ever had at the receiver position, having brought in the leading receiver from Mississippi State last year in Rod Thomas, and then the leading receiver from Missouri in Dominic Lovett. It's just an embarrassment of riches over there, and I think ultimately the talent and depth wins out for Georgia in that one. So a 3-2 start in the first 5 for Auburn. It's not going to get any easier. You got to go to LSU. Listen, that's rough. Even though it's on a bye week, I do think Hugh Freeze and company will come out inspired, but going to Baton Rouge, just a tough break. It's just the way the schedule is sometimes. So 3-3 to start the year. I think with Ole Miss coming to town, there's going to be a lot of emotions riding high in that game for Hugh Freeze. I think Auburn wins. They rally around their coach and kind of win that one for Hugh Freeze. I think that like I said, everybody knows the backstory and all that kind of stuff. But I think Auburn's just a better football team this year, honestly. I don't believe in Ole Miss, and I think that Peyton Thorne and the weapons there at Auburn will take care of business. I think Auburn's going to be a lot better defensively than people give them credit for as well, and will stifle that running game that Ole Miss has. I think they win at home again against Mississippi State. Like I said, if this game was in Starkville, it would be a little bit dicey for me, but give me Auburn at home to defeat Mississippi State. They're in transition as well with Zach Arnett being a first-year head coach over there. I think Hugh Freeze and company just kind of out-chess move him a little bit in this one and win that game at home. Going to Vanderbilt, this is a trendy pick for some reason for people picking Vanderbilt to beat Auburn at home. Listen, Auburn's just going to be a better football team, and I don't care. I think being able to run the ball and stop the run travels, and I think Auburn will do that and beat Vanderbilt. I do think going on the road to Arkansas is tough. They will not be able to run the ball or stop the run better than Arkansas, I don't believe. And I think Auburn loses in Fayetteville. They'll come back home against New Mexico State and take care of business. A good little primer for what is to come next to end the year up, and that is the Iron Bowl. The 2023 Iron Bowl, I've been on record and said it, Auburn is going to win this football game. Okay, Auburn has Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze knows what it means to beat Nick Saban. He's done it multiple times. I think there is magic inside of Jordan-Hare Stadium when it comes to the Iron Bowl. I am super excited to see this matchup at the end of the year. You just think even a couple years ago there, Brian Harsin and company had Alabama on the ropes there and couldn't finish it off. But when it comes down to it, I think Hugh Freeze and company will have a lot of confidence. They'll have their identity. They'll know who they are. And I think they win the Iron Bowl this year. Listen, Jordan-Hare Stadium, like I said, it's magic. That environment's going to be nuts. And I think Hugh Freeze, kind of the running mates there of Hugh Freeze and Cadillac Williams are going to bring the right mix and right recipe. And Auburn football is going to be back in the real contender conversation before you know it. So, and I think this is going to be a springboard forward towards 2024 for Auburn, especially with how Hugh Freeze is recruiting right now, and the Iron Bowl victory will help. So Auburn 8-4 year one under Hugh Freeze is what I believe will happen. That is a big step forward for the program, and like I said, can be a launching pad forward with as well as Hugh Freeze is recruiting. Leave your comments, like the content, hit the thumbs up if you think this video was good and is warranted for your like. So we would greatly appreciate that. It's totally free. Subscribe, that's free as well. Turn on notifications for when we go live, and we will catch you guys next time you want to tune in for daily SEC coverage. Remember, Southeastern 14 is the place to be. So for everybody at Southeastern 14, I am Blayne Gilmer, and we'll catch you guys next time right here on Southeastern 14.